All right, so we're recording. I would like to thank you again for joining us. And we are here with Abdu and Amunai and Sharon from Morocco Immersion, and a few of our former Morocco travelers, as well as some people interested in traveling to Morocco with cross-cultural journeys. We have heard a little bit thus far about the impacts of COVID-19 in Morocco, and Sharon, maybe you can share a little bit about kind of what the plan is for the vaccine rollout, because I know it's different in different countries, and maybe you can just repeat a little bit what you just said, so that for the recording, for those of us who couldn't join us today.
So I think that I don't know if you guys know this, but Dr. Slaoui, who was the vaccination czar in the United States, he's actually Moroccan. So he, along with several other Moroccans who were high up in different pharmaceutical companies, because they love the love of Morocco is so in every Moroccan's heart. So they actually came to the government well ahead of anything being found to be effective and said, you need to buy vaccines right now because soon, the way it's going, they're not going to be available if you wait. And, some smaller countries comparable to Morocco, they're saying, they're not going to have the vaccine for a year or longer just because they can't afford it and they didn't buy doses, they didn't get in at the beginning. But Morocco was able to purchase 65 million doses. They have 35 million people. Obviously, not all of them have been delivered yet. I think there is some issue with the distribution in India, right, honey? But they do expect their first batch this week. Up until this point, they haven't been sitting still and waiting. They've set up clinics across the country, even in places where it's a little bit hard, normally hard to get healthcare. They've mobilized thousands of healthcare professionals to get them ready to actually do the shots. So they've done all the prep work. The first batch of vaccine is scheduled to arrive this week. They're prepared 4 days after the arrival of the vaccine to start the vaccination program. And their plan is, and we know things don't always go to plan, but the plan is that they want to vaccinate 80% of the country in 12 weeks. And the government has been trying to, especially for a while there, the number of cases per day was kind of high, and they were worried about that with starting the vaccine. But now that the number of cases come down, I think it's going to be fairly successful because they're not, it's not like here where it's like a moving target all the time, So, so yeah, that's their plan, and hopefully, inshallah, it'll work out. So, but
is it two shots? I'm imagining.
2 shots. They're using the AstraZeneca vaccine and also the Chinese vaccine called Sinopharm that's similar to AstraZeneca. They're not using Pfizer or Moderna. I think one, they just didn't get in early enough to buy those, and two, with the cold storage of those vaccines would be an issue, I think, for Morocco too. So
yeah. All right. Well, thank you. That's helpful to know. And I know that a lot of countries, I'm from Sweden, and some of you know my sister, who is, she's actually caretaking my other sister and has been, fast tracked to have the vaccine before everybody else. So she's having her first shot in a couple of weeks here. And I think with Kaiser Permanente here in the U.S., they have a large number of vaccinations, and I think I just got a note from them. And I was just actually at the doctor last week, and they said I think we'll be able to start getting it here in the next week or two. So so that's exciting for those of us who want to get on the road. Let's see, Amne, you were there on the ground. Have you heard anything yourself about possibly getting a shot for yourself and the family, or is it something you're still waiting to hear about?
Yeah, for the vaccine, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. I think the government said that Morocco will be the first country to start vaccinating their people. But yeah, I think it's the engagement was taken from two parts, and the second part, which was India, as Abdou and Sharon said, they didn't deliver yet the the vaccine. So hopefully they will start very soon, and yeah, like start the path to end this pandemic.
Yeah. So I know we've been talking for a while about the pandemic. I think I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and we can certainly get back to if there are questions about this towards the end. I think we're going to spend another 20 minutes or so for more of a presentation, and then we'll switch to Q&A for the last 20 minutes. So if that's okay with you guys, to maybe share a little bit about the village association in your village, and Abdou or Amine, one of you can maybe share a little bit about kind of how that came about. Share about the education program in Morocco and the preschool in particular, and then the idea we have for this this rug co-op that's going to help to fund the preschool. So I'm going to just leave it open for you guys to share.
Yeah. So in Morocco, in general, especially in the small villages, I'm not talking about the cities. The cities, there is a lot of places where the people they can take their kids for preschool. But in the places like the village, it's a little bit hard. Before the people they take their small kids to the like a mosque, they get like a religion preschool. Okay, but it's not enough for the kids when they get to the school. It's a big difference between like a religion preschool and official or school. So we thanking the association, Thalthna Mart Association, to create like small preschool for the kids, but always we have problems about the people. They don't have sometimes they don't have money to pay the teachers. Sometimes there is no place. Sometimes there is no how people they can get some like for the books and thing. So but always there is like 5, 6, 7 people, 7 kids, they get always like their preschool. So until the time our first cultural and journey group with Justine, when we go there, then we have this idea that cross-cultural journey, they are interested in the project like that. So we talk when we will have, because in the valley always we have like full day there, we learn about the culture, we spend the time with the family, we see how the people they live there. So the first time we go there, the people, the group, they saw the kids, the teacher, they like the idea. If I can share my screen
with
you guys to show you the first step and where we are now.
Let me see if I can make you co-host. Just a second here. I can make you. Okay, I'm making you co-host. I think you can share.
Okay.
Now you should be able to share your screen.
So
here we go.
You good?
Yeah. Can you guys see?
So the first group, that's what they realized with the preschool. It's small room for like 11 or 12 kids. So they make like table, chairs, they have some books, some pen for them. They are very happy. That's the start. That's the first step for the kids. Then where we are now, we are here.
We're still, you want to share again?
Now we can make something like that. We have more, almost 30 kids. There is a lot of kids. They are coming from other villages, not just from our village. So they are happy, more space, more place for everybody. Then for the last, and we found that there is like a problem need to be solved, that still there is some kids in the village, they don't send their kids, to the preschool because they can't afford the payment for the teacher. So the girl in the left side, she is the teacher, and the parent, they put some money every month for the teacher. So there is some people, they can't afford that. So I talk with Justin that yes, it's good every time to have money for the preschool, but it will be more important if we think about something like investment that he can just predict money that he can help preschool and other things. So we think about something like a cooperative, like carpet cooperative, because first
this is in the same place as it started. I have been to this too, and this is Justine at the end of the group there, who was our tour leader
yes.
for that particular group. So this is Cross Cultural Journeys visiting in 2019 in the fall, and we were downstairs when I was there in the spring, and I remember we went upstairs. And you said, we need to move the kids upstairs, and then you made it a reality.
Exactly.
So good for you.
So the first room was, the tiny one was downstairs, and this one in the top. So they make painted, so they do the windows and everything it needs. Now it's very like more space for the kids.
Yeah.
So we think that we need something like investment, something we can predict, that we can pay the teacher monthly. With this way, all the parents and all the villages next to us, they can send their kids for preschool for free. I have one point I need to talk about. Why preschool? Because the kids, they are Berber. Mm-hmm. They talk Berber. And when are they going in the age of 5 years old to the like a government school, maybe they will find teacher there who is talking Arab. They don't talk Berber at all. It's a big problem. I live this problem me. Mm-hmm. I don't know what means snow until winter. When the teacher, he have to come outside to show us that's snow. Because my mother language is Berber and they get Arab language in the primary school. So this
to clarify this, sorry to interrupt you. For those of you who have not been to Morocco and know very little about Morocco, can you talk for 1 minute about the language differences between the Berber and the French and the Arab?
Yeah, so Morocco, it's they have like native indigenous people, like native people. They call the Berber or Barbaros from the Roman civilization, but the real name it's Amazigh. It means free man. So not just in Morocco, let's say all the North Africa, including Libya, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco. So and the language is totally different from Arab. So the Arab, they come in like in the 7th century to Morocco. And there is, let's see, from the independence in Morocco in 1965, there is like ideology, Arabism ideology, who is all over the country Arab. So they try to Arabize the Berber culture. So we don't have it in the school until like 2009, but still is not obligation. People, they can choose if they want to learn it or not. So that's why we have this problem. So my point that these kids, it's better to have preschool, because preschool, it will be normally with mother language. If someone had preschool without mother language, is not healthy, it's not good at all. So we think so it's very good idea, even if to get the Arab language from the beginning with someone who can talk their language. And we are very happy that we have this picture now.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
That's a great.
And they are very happy too, by the way.
So with this group came that idea of raising some, we call them seed funds, to create the rug co-op. So maybe you can talk a little bit about the production of rugs in the area.
Yeah, that's the idea. When we were here, me and Justine, we talked that, okay, if every group he came, we give some money, we do something, then we need every time, every moment, the same thing. Why not to look for fund to make something who can protect the money? Then after that, I say, okay, I have one idea. What do you think about it? Let's talk about like rock cooperative. The make cooperative, it's one of the culture for each family. It's like very, very, very old culture that the people, each family have this own design of the carpet. They make their own carpet and it's came from generation to other generation. Sorry, so why not to start like, and the people they start last 15 years to not take care of that anymore. There is like factory carpet, people, they don't do that anymore. So I think so to this point, it's a very good idea to give life for this heritage. So when I told Justin the idea, she said it's a good idea. Let's talk about it. So it came from last 2019. We talked between us, the ideas between us and you until we get to this point now. So. Yeah, and Amnai, he maybe makes some contact with the women there, with everybody. Maybe have everything almost set up there, like logistically thing. You have something to talk about it, Amnai?
Yeah, so I would like to say first of all that I really appreciate this initiative. It's really good because I find it very, 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 very good because it has two elements that are very, very fundamental in everything. It has work and it has creativity. Mm-hmm. And these are two good dynamics to make sustainable development. So the Rock Cooperative will bring a lot of good to the village, to the kids, but especially to the women in the village. That because it's mostly women who makes rugs in the Berber culture. And I met with a few women that are in the village, especially two Fatimas that are called both Fatima. One of them had the chance to go to school. She has an English degree in university. And the second didn't went to school, but she has the craft. Mm-hmm. She knows how to make rugs. So I meet with these two principal Fatimas, and I found the idea to like one of them to represent them, especially when they have visits from other people from outside to communicate, because she speaks French and English and Arabic very well. So she will be like representing or managing the cooperative. And the other Fatima, who knows how to make rugs, she will be teaching and managing the other women that will make rugs in the cooperative in order to be sure that every woman has what she needs in terms of wool and in terms of tools that they use to make rugs. and of the quality of the colors and everything, because it's a really really like demanding work and really very detailed. So you need to go into every detail and every design and every color.
I would like to showcase my rug. I have my rug right here in my living room. Can I showcase the rug? It's not from this cooperative because it's not started, but it's from the Berber cooperative that we visit when we're there. Hold on. Can you guys see it?
Oh.
Isn't that beautiful? So that is very very typical.
Amazing.
They're very typical colors too for that particular area, right? Because they're natural dyes, correct? They're natural colors, correct? So it's a little different than some of the very, very, very kind of almost garish color you can see in other markets. But I really like them because they're kind of closer to nature, and it feels like you're really part of the environment when you're in those rug cooperative looking at their beautiful rugs. It feels like an extension of nature somehow. It's really, really, really amazing.
Yeah. It's really great, yeah. And as you said, everything comes from nature, you know. Like every year, the people who have their sheep, they gather them and they take the wool off and they go to the rivers and they wash the wool, and then they make files from it. And then in order to color the files, they use different elements from nature. For example, here we have, to make the pink color, we have roses. And they are very special roses that grows in the valley. That's why it's called the Valley of Roses. To make like the yellow, they use saffron. And for green, they use alfalfa and many other colors. To make blue, they use indigo that we find in the desert. So it's very, can we say organic? Okay.
I think we can say go organic. I don't know what kind of material they use for. I think it probably is organic, but is there any chemicals that are used also in the process? Maybe. No.
I don't think so, except for to wash the wool. Maybe to wash the wool. Sure. Maybe they would use some soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely goes into what we call permaculture, which is like from there to there. It's like right there, right? So you take everything from right around you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too.
Mm-hmm.
So
just to talk about the process of making the cooperative. Cooperatives in Morocco are like made for people who work especially in artisanal, in handicraft, and in agriculture. And they are tax-free. They don't pay taxes to the government. And there is like a chamber of handicraft and a chamber of agriculture that helps the cooperatives to present their products in fairs or in shows that all around Morocco, and sometimes also outside of Morocco. So it's a very interesting form of working. It's very it's very I don't know how to say that. It's very solidarity.
Yes.
Like to
community
bring
oriented.
Exactly, to bring people to work together. Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I have something to add now. Okay. We have like person responsible for the communication for the cooperative. We have person who can like teach the other woman now who is the target of the cooperative. So we think that the women we target from this cooperative, because if we talk about help, about solidarity, we talk about divorced women and single mothers, even if we don't have anyone in the village, but we are open for anyone she like to came to have like individual income to help their family. After that, we can open for all the women. So first, this two divorced women and single women who they will have a property to be a part of the cooperative to help them and help their family to manage their financial situation. And so there is, with the cooperative, we have two target objects. First, we help this woman. Second, there is a part of the benefit of this cooperative where is going to be like salary of the teacher of the preschool project and like all the need for the school. So it will be 50% of the benefit from the cooperative after selling the product, like 50% of the benefit it go to the women's working there, 25% go to the preschool, like salary for the teacher and some need of the kids like books and everything they need there. Then another 25% go to develop the cooperative to go forward always. And it will not stop for the project, it will not stop just in this point. For example, like after it start to be productive, we can move to teach, for example, the women how to be like more professional in the restoration, that we can qualify them to have jobs in the hotels, in the restaurant. We can do waving. There is a lot of, so that's just first step. But in the end, we will have a lot of other thing to do from that. It's like,
yeah, it's a beautiful way of, and this is how it gets started, right? So, you know, I'd like to make a comparison to something that happened in Uganda maybe 20 years ago. There was a couple of friends of mine walking down the street, and they saw these women sitting and making these beautiful beads, and they started talking to them. And long and the short of that is that they created something called Bead for Life, but it was really created by the women who were working, and in that case, there were mostly women, also single women, and you know, who had been widowed by the AIDS epidemic. And so that then spread and became this gigantic, now a big company that is, you know, employing hundreds and hundreds of people. And I think it's still going, and it's going pretty well. So there's a connection similarly, but it's kind of like what we like to do with the Cross Cultural Journeys Foundation is not to necessarily put something upon people, but actually have the communities that we would visit where there is a need, and there is a need that they come up with themselves. We really want to make sure that we understand what that need is before we start even putting any money towards it. So this call today is also part of, you know, educating a little bit about that. What I'd like to do now, if you don't mind, because I want to make, I'm conscientious of the time here. We're running a little bit late. We have till 2:30 Pacific time, but are you guys okay opening up for some questions, maybe about the project or Morocco itself? I think we can also, this is the time to let you know that we do have a trip that's currently scheduled for May. If it feels too soon, we may move it till September, but it's still open for now. So you're welcome to also ask questions about traveling to Morocco. And maybe Abdou, you want to say something about that?
Yes, if we still have some time, I would like to share some memories from this 3 tour you did, guys. I make you,
of course.
Even if the pictures I made them just from my phone, so sorry if it's
no, go ahead now. This is a good time,
okay?
Time to do that. And if you guys have questions, think about them. Maybe put them in.
Yeah, it's like 3-minute video. Perfect. And pictures.
And so then we'll go to questions.
Can I share the screen, right?
Yes, you should be able to.
Okay.
Zoom is not great with video, so if it's a little jumpy, just...
It's from my phone, by the way. So, you have it?
You have to share your screen.
Stop it.
You have to share your screen.
No?
You have to
No?
share your screen again. Sorry.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, we got it.
Got it.
Sorry, Sila.
Thank you, Abdu. I appreciate that shot. That's very kind of you. Oh, we can't hear the music, but we can see it.
Video is glitchy on Zoom.
This is an amazing cooking class that we do. This is an Essaouira, right?
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy, the skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. That was, I didn't even know he had made that. That was beautiful.
That's
Thank you, Abdu.
surprise for you too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That was beautiful. And that gives you a good glimpse of what we experienced on the trip. Do we have any questions from the audience that's still here? We have lost a few people, I think, at the top of the hour, but any questions from anybody? You can
When is the next cross-cultural journey trip to Morocco with your company?
Well, currently, we do all of our trips to Morocco with these wonderful people. So anytime you go to Morocco with us, you will travel with either Abdu or Aminé. And we have one that's scheduled for May. I have to go and get the exact dates, but I think it's May 19th through 29th or 30th. We haven't discussed it, but we will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait another couple of weeks and because it could be very quick here. So if things turn around with the vaccine and borders open up, I expect it to open up really fast. So we're going to keep it on the books for now, and if it turns out that things get delayed, then we will just move it till later on. But we have a full refund policy right now, so if you pay a deposit and want to reserve a spot, we'll give it back to you, or keep it for the fall, something.
And just FYI, the border is open for tourists to Morocco. It's been open since October for all the visa waiver countries, including the United States. They just suspended travel from UK and a couple other places in Europe and South Africa, but it's still open for Americans. There's no quarantine upon arrival. It's just currently they do have the requirement that you have a negative PCR test 72 hours before your arrival in Morocco. The United States also is starting January 26th is requiring the same on the return, but that's no problem in Morocco. It's easy to get a test there with a quick turnaround time. So.
Yeah, and that's good to talk about too, because I was just in Maui myself for the holidays over New Year's Eve, and I did that 72 hours before the flight. It was very undramatic actually. I did it. We flew there and we did a test when we came home, and it was amazing to be in Maui with 25% of capacity. It was like nobody on the beaches, and it was quite lovely. But I'm curious about the getting there, because most of us would have to travel through Europe. So it might be a problem unless the European borders open up. Is there a way for us, do you understand, going to do travel through Europe in some way for us?
There are nonstop flights from the US. There's from the East Coast. There's nonstops from New York, Boston, DC and Miami and Philadelphia now too, I believe. But connecting in Europe is not a problem as long as you don't leave the airport. You're allowed to connect through Europe.
One more thing, that Royal Air Morocco, it's part of One World now, so you can just use like American Airline and they can coordinate the flight. So
right. I'm going to put in, for everybody's benefit, I will put in to our chat box right now the itinerary for our next Morocco trip, just so you have it. And of course, you can go to the website and find it there too. But this is the oopsie daisy, I think I just sent that to, sorry about that. Let's see here, everyone. There we go. There, if you click on there, you can go to our itinerary to see the details of it. The route that we take goes basically from Casablanca up in a big circle through Fez and the Dates Valley and to Marrakesh, and then back to Essaouira on the coast. And that's kind of a big loop that we do. And there's stops in between in Rabat and other smaller cities as well that we stop in along the way. Yeah, other questions from other people in the audience? You can also type them in the chat box if you don't want to. Okay. Barb asked, how fast were they able to return results? For me, there are several companies that do it within 24 hours. So the one I did was like, they had the results back by 2 p.m. the next day. So that's.
It's the same in Morocco.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There are lots of places where you can have it done, and you don't have to go, because the tour goes around and you're not in the same place for any particular time. They'll email you the results, so you don't need. And the U.S. is not 72 hours; it's 3 calendar days, so it's actually a little bit longer than 72 hours.
Right. Other questions? You can open it up for any questions about Morocco or the culture or anything. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up here in a few minutes. So I want to thank everybody for coming on board this bus. It looks a little different than a regular bus, but it feels kind of like a bus where we're chatting about stuff. One of my favorite memories from Morocco is the sweeping views in the Atlas Mountains. It's some of the most breathtaking views I've ever seen in my life when you go across those
Yeah.
passes there. Yeah.
David, share with us your experience in Moulay Idriss Zerhoun. Richard.
Richard.
Sorry.
Got it, names. That's what he has me for.
Sorry. Sorry. Your meat, maybe.
What was the question?
Share with us your experience in Moulay Idriss Zerhoun. You remember?
Lost.
Yeah.
This is something that I bought that's a tool for rug making. In the mirror. Can you all see this?
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Ah.
It's a hand wrought iron from the Marrakesh market
Nice.
Ah.
in the making of rugs.
Can you show us your rug? Did you make a rug with it?
No.
I'll show you the rug we bought. Let me see if I
Yeah.
can.
Where is Cindy?
Yeah, here's our rug hanging on the wall.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Not really, but it was an amazing trip. I would encourage everybody to do it. That's just a wonderful country, and you're just so well taken care of with Abdu. We had a great, great time. Make sure you do the massage. It is so much fun.
Oh yeah. Yes, the hammam. And also the food. I don't think we've talked enough about the food. I don't think we talked at all about the food. The food is amazing in Morocco. So everywhere we go, I always bring my little enzymes. I take one every morning, and that keeps me healthy during the trip. So those of you who were on my trip, they know I have a little pharmacy, and I make sure everybody takes their supplements. So we're safe.
You need to send with us John this time.
John?
Yeah.
Yeah, John needs to go. I know. John needs to come to the Valley of the Roses in the spring, right, John?
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I'd be really into the music too.
Yes, you would. John is a very very good musician and piano player.
Okay, I will let Amanai go with you.
Yeah, Amanai he moonlights as one of our tour manager, but his day job is rock star. So he's a very well-known Moroccan musician.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will be surprised when you come with me how people stop me on the streets to take pictures.
Yeah, they'll ask you to take pictures of them with him because he's not famous.
Awesome.
Happens to our clients, to our guests all the time, right?
That's great.
Yeah.
They feel like he's slumming it, driving and riding around with them because he's a big rock star.
What's your main instrument, or do you sing, or what do you play?
Yeah, I play mainly guitar, and I play flute and harmonica, and
nice.
I also write like lyrics and sing and produce, and I manage, and I am a one-man band.
That's great. That's very brave.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions. Thank you, Sybil. It's good to see you. Sybil has to leave us, and Leaf had to actually go at 2. So we had a question whether you would send the video to us, Abdu, so we can get the video. Laurel was asking.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much.
It costs some money.
Oh, okay.
No, just kidding.
They can donate. Well, Laurel, so we have.
Yeah, I will send it to you. It has your logo and everything. So.
I'll put it in a Dropbox folder and send you a link. So
Thank you. That'd be great. So we are going to follow up with you guys. I want to remind everybody that Unmute is a project of the Cross Cultural Journeys Foundation. Any funds that we raise today will go directly to the Rug Co-op, to the seed funds. And I should mention that we have raised over $2,000 just in the last couple of months for that project. So I want to appreciate everybody. I don't want to hang anybody out, but appreciate those who have already donated to the project. Any small or large is welcome. I'm going to send out a link to the foundation PayPal account after this, maybe not immediately, but maybe tomorrow morning, so that you can follow up. It was also included in the invitation that we sent out last week. So just a reminder that it's a tax deductible donations. We're a 501c3, so you can deduct it on your tax returns. And I think that's the business. And I don't know if I have anything else, but I would love to go to Morocco very soon. So hopefully we can. And again, the May departure is still open, and we anticipate that to go because it's towards the end of May. But we'll know more in about 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll let you know for sure. Any last minute comments or questions from anybody?
Do it. Go while you can.
Yeah, there you go. Go while you can. Who knows how long we're going to be able to travel in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Well, I want to thank you so much, Abdu and Sharon and Amne, for participating and joining us. It's been very informative. Thank you to the participants, and stay tuned for February Unmute. It will be maybe more a general topic of cross-cultural awareness, which I will be presenting, but I'll be sending out some information about that here in the next couple of weeks.
Nice to see you, everybody, and you are very welcome to Morocco.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see you, Sandy, Richard, Elizabeth.
You too. We miss you.
We miss you too.
We miss you too. We will come to North Carolina to see you guys
Let us
soon.
know.
To hike somewhere.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you all very much. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you very much.
You
This is
have a good
wonderful.
day.
Bye, Dave. See ya.
Bye-bye.
I'll stay on here till everybody leaves. Otherwise, I'll hang up on everybody. Thanks, John.
Welcome.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
See you later. Thank you, Amnai.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to hang up. Bye, Dave.
Bye, Scylla.
See ya.